Hi there, it's Chad Seay from Seay Real Estate here in Richmond, Virginia. And this week I want to talk to you about power of attorney and the benefits one can experience by giving someone else power of attorney to sign for them. There's different types of power of attorney, and of course in my business I see it as it relates to real estate on a regular basis. And one type of power of attorney is called a general power of attorney, where you give a loved one permission to sign for you in any and everything. They can enter contracts, they can sign deeds, they can sign things related to bank accounts. And we see those in place oftentimes among family members who really love and trust someone to take care of their affairs when and if needed. There's also specific power of attorneys or limited power of attorneys whereby you give a person permission to sign for you in just this one specific area. It could be just for the sale of my house. I see these limited power of attorneys oftentimes granted to closing attorneys of real estate transactions, where the client will tell their attorney, you have permission to initial any changes that come up after the closing on anything in this big stack of bank documents. And it's very specific to say nothing that changes the nature of the loan, nothing that changes any of the terms, only typographical errors. And it's beneficial to everybody because it's so much easier for the attorney to just correct that on their client's behalf rather than the client having to make the trip to the attorney's office. It's just a convenience thing. But I've met many people over the years in real estate who have said things like, gosh, I wish he or she would have given us power of attorney. Now we could sign for them because they need this house sold. Their care sometimes is dependent upon it. But because we don't have power of attorney, we can't sign. They're unable to sign for themselves, and we have to go through a lengthier process that is just, you regret it just because it would have been so easy to have that power of attorney in place. I've even met people who would say, gosh, I should have given someone power of attorney because during that time, I was unable to do this or that. Sometimes it's not a matter of a person being unable to sign, it's back to convenience. I've met spouses or couples where one spouse travels all the time and might be on the other side of the world, but there's business here that needs to be taken care of, and electronic signatures won't do. It has to be pen and ink, and they've granted their spouse power of attorney to do these things. So it's an instrument that I would encourage you to look into. If you haven't given someone power of attorney for yourself, or if you have a loved one who hasn't given someone power of attorney, it's so easy to take care of. I mean, this week you could contact an attorney, have a power of attorney drafted, have it signed in front of a notary public, and you'll be good to go. So having seen the importance of having these legal instruments, I wanted to share that with you this week. I hope you have a great week. I'm Chad from Seay Real Estate here in Richmond, Virginia.